Warning! The following gameplay video was created by a scrub. If scrub gameplay disturbs you, stop the video now. Hello! Welcome back to this Ring of Red series. I'm Regdrin, and thank you for watching. Well, we've certainly gotten some changes. We got a revamped main character machine, and we got plenty of new squads. So let's just quickly go over how things have changed. Since Weizsäcker has a tougher machine, I feel like he doesn't really need Smokeshot anymore, so I gave him a supply squad. I believe I pointed out earlier, the green squad that can only use the repair skill, but its base stats for turns and loading are great. The others are unchanged. Ryoko is also more or less unchanged. I considered giving her a double co-op setup, but seeing as she's on the front line a lot and is likely to get into a lot of battles, I figure that having the defense from Hyper Morale will probably be better in the long run. Kensado is changed because I got an infantry unit with rapid fire, cleanup, and ink shrap. Kensado has suffered from wires before, so having cleanup on an infantry especially is very useful. That's a thing that basically does not happen. The drawback is no co-op, so he won't quite have the one-shot power that he used to. Although, whenever things like spray fire are involved, that usually ended up being overkill anyway, or so I hope. John has switched to a sniper anti-infantry build, as opposed to the infantry anti-infantry build. You know what I mean. That's what happens when your infantry versus infantry thing shares the generic name of ground soldiers. Well, he should have plenty of illumination shots, and I considered making him a hybrid, but since this build takes a lot of direct shots due to the recons often being in the back line, I figure he's going to need the supplies to recover his health when he has to. Ayana is the one getting the hybrid build. She's getting double co-op, which should have plenty of punch, and when she wants to take down an enemy AFW, well, that's what this set is for, and E-Wire is going to be very nice for a couple of matchups, especially anti-AFWs. In fact, I might end up using E-Wire even when the enemy hasn't had their troops cleared out yet, just to keep her safe as she takes shots at the enemy soldiers. We'll have to see how that pans out. Oh yeah, against bosses she'll have 5 APC shells, although I don't expect any bosses in the next map. Now Jun is getting the green unit that I just got. Let's take a closer look at these guys. Well, their raw damage is, as usual, very good because green. Their armor is exceptional. Their loading time is average for mechanics, but what's really notable is their moves ability. Well, actually, their armor is probably above average for these guys. Anyway, 15. You usually get 5. So, and of course that's very useful for a light AFW. And let me just, I believe I can check. Yeah, 40 armor is very high for a mechanic. So, and on top of all of that, 5 heat shells. They have chain mine, which I don't like as much as adhesive mine, but I think I can make use of it. And what I really like about having heat shells on Jun is that there's been certain cases when he's up against a light AFW or a foreleg where he can get into close combat. And that's when heat shells are at their very best. In this game, not in real life. We're not talking about that. And I especially like this because no other AFW type is able to take advantage of them like that. And Kinsato is not that great because he specializes in killing soldiers anyway, so Jun's the only one who can use this awesome power. Potentially. Still not against anything that can punch, though. His ground soldiers are pretty much the same. Although, I should probably consider, at least take a look at what else is available. But nope, this is the most versatile I've got. Ippei is pretty much the same. The main difference from Emilio is that I was able to give him a mechanic unit that had illumination shot just in case I needed that. And I think that's it. Alright, let's see what weird situation the map is going to throw me in this time. Yeah, actually, I didn't know that Nibelin made deals with the North Japanese, and by extension, the Soviet Union. Oh, really now? Yep, well, it's not our first piece of evidence that he's been doing shady things. It could help explain why he's so insistent on us going through this completely insane expedition. Alright, first let's go for a summary. Now, you wouldn't think by looking at this that they didn't know where we were beforehand, but I'm willing to let that slide due to video games. These guys, over here, Loyal Elites. There's 4 of them, and they are a balanced team. Each of them has maximum attacks. Well, a kind of maximum attack. The light one has dodge, which is, I guess it's kind of annoying, but nothing we can't handle. This elite has aim weapon, which is definitely a potential problem. I don't actually remember what this one has. Probably quick load. And this one has quick move. So we're going to have to deal with that one carefully. Good news is he can only use it twice. So, if I do my placements right, I should be able to exhaust them. Over on this side, well, actually, none of the others are elites. There are a couple of loyal armies and just some standard army, but none of them have anything really special. There's 3 paths here. And all of them lead to things that I want. This village has nothing special, of course, but this is our end objective. And of course, there's villages that I want to capture along this line as well. So, I counted 16 AFWs here, which leaves room for 8 reinforcement units. Taking a look at what's most guarded around here, this has quite a lot of units around it already. This one is kind of bare and it's the mission objective, and this one is completely unguarded, so these locations are where I expect the reinforcements. So, this is actually a very bad situation for me. The reason is this placement right here, with Jun here and Ayana right behind him, with several enemy AFWs in attack range. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, Jun can potentially get attacked 4 times. But hey, he's a light AFW. He gets to move right away. Problem is, if I move him out of the way, guess who they're going after next? And I really don't want Ayana to be attacked at short range by a light AFW. So, how do I deal with that? Well, let's check the turns first. When does Emilio get to move? Fairly soon. So, I don't actually know how far he can move when there's roads and villages involved. I have to assume that if he gets a path, he's going to head right for Ayana, and he has quick move, so she's not going to escape a punch easily. Okay. Great news for everyone, it seems. So how am I going to deal with this? Well, I shouldn't ignore the other sides as well. Over here we have 2 enemies that are likely to be aggressive. And this is actually a very good position, because one of them is in a position to attack Cansado right away, which is what I want. I'll likely be able to kill at least 1 squad. Actually, it's unusual for me to have scouting info on an enemy right away, so let's take a look. Yeah, they can barely even defend themselves, so a double squad wipe is very likely. And it's a little bit less likely here, but they don't have smoke shot or flash shot or really anything that can protect the squads, and the other 2 are kind of squishy, so I have a pretty good chance of causing squad wipes on them as well. The big question is whether I should have Cansado remove the squads of both of them, which puts him at a little bit of risk, or if I should have John team up with him, and he can definitely do it. But considering how much trouble this part of the map is in, I think I'm gonna try and have John move over this way. Because his range is so long, I think he has a good chance of being able to provide fire support and killing a couple of squads. Over this side, they can't even reach me right away. So I think Ippei should definitely go this way. And Ryoko can stay where she is. If the light FW tries to go this way, she can just punch it, or actually she could kill its squads and then punch it. So I'm not too worried about this side. And even if this one turns out to be aggressive, it's going to take quite a long time to get over here. So that doesn't really answer the question of what I need to do right here. That's very tricky. Okay. Best case scenario is if either of these guys is stupid enough to attack Emilio. But I consider that somewhat unlikely because he's in a village and they don't like to attack villages. Yeah. So I guess it'll have to depend on how the enemy moves exactly. The good news is that if this loyal elite does decide to attack Jun, I can just use dodge action the moment it throws out quick move and survive that attack. It's the rest that worry me, but I guess I'll just have to deal with it as it happens. The good news is that they're all going to walk right into Ayana's range. So she'll be able to contribute pretty easily. Whew, that was a lot of talking. And I'm not actually even moving right now. Yep, he's going to finish both of these guys off, and probably both of these guys as well. In fact, that might make him slightly over-leveled, but that's okay. That's definitely not a bad thing. And he has nothing to do right now. And you will have something to do in very short order, but not just yet. I'm terrified for your safety, though. You're probably going to gain a lot of experience, but that I can live with that. Wait, what? Well, that sure changes things. I don't even know how to react to that. Alright, so Ayana will want to go here, I guess? Maybe? I need to think about that. Still, it's probably better that Jun didn't move right away, because that way I can have Emilio go first, and he can definitely absorb some attacks. I don't think he even has to throw the first punch. I don't really see a need for that. Oh, really? You just have to use that extra half space of attack range, don't you? Well, you're gonna wish that you hadn't. You're definitely going to wish you had not done that. Now, this situation is a little bit odd. I never could figure out how much to aim, but my guess is not a lot, because just loading shots faster seems very useful. Man, he is taking a lot of time to aim. Yeah. And that even pushed me further away. Alright. You do that. Wait, why are you not moving forward? Does he know something I don't? Alright, so how do I want to deal with this? I think that my squads are very likely to finish the enemy off if I use... Oh wait, I need to be at short range. Oopsie. Well, let's fire once and then... Actually, I should have kept moving forward. Live and learn. I am extremely surprised that he hasn't moved forward this entire time, though. It would make more sense if he was taking anti-soldier shots. Alright. Alright, so now I'm paying for my impatience. If I fire right away, I should be able to load in time. I hope he fires very soon, though. This is getting a little rough. Alright, come on, move him forward. There we go. I wonder if that allows me to set up. That'd be really nice. Yep, it did. I think I can actually have Kinsato repair, because their medium is going to take some time to reach me, and I should be able to do something between now and between that time and whatever. It'll work out. So it looks like some of them are patrolling, and that seems like a very odd move, but okay, if you want to pick a fight with Ippei, I guess that's your funeral. And how am I going to deal with this? I don't usually have a use for my APC shells because I just prefer for them to punch, so I'm just going to fire them off and try to push the enemy into using a quick move. At least when Minakawa had it, he was very, very quick to use that maximum attack. Like, even when he was at short range. Oh, really now? Wait, I have to reset up after that? That's very annoying. You're telling me. Is he moving backwards? Yep, he sure is. Well, there goes that idea. And perhaps you think I'm not giving the enemy AI enough credit, and that might very well be true. Oh, right. Well, I guess that's because I thought I was fighting an anti-FW and I actually wasn't. Mystery solved, folks. Although I'm not actually going to be bothered very much by the same weapon. I'm perfectly fine with taking that because, well, there you go. Alright, well in that case I'll just fire that second APC shell to get rid of the shield, and then I'll quick move and finish the fight. Oh. Really? Oh, yeah, right, that's my remaining shield. So, sorry about that, folks. I guess I sometimes have trouble figuring out what's what. He attacked me at short range. Only an anti-AFW would do that, right? Alright, so what will be my next move here? So he hasn't moved yet, and he's going to move before Ayana does. I guess we're about to see how aggressive this guy is. We both know what his best move is. On the other hand, Ayana has E-Wire, so it might not be as easy as this guy thinks. Well, we've already worked out this part of the plan. Alright, so that medium one is actually not very aggressive. And, okay, let's pay attention to the icons. This is once again a punching situation. Okay, that's pretty much what I need to know. Now that we have the actual right target, let's see if this trick works. Actually, even though I'm, no wait, they have cleanup, never mind. As they should. Whoa, whoa, no, we're not doing that. We're gonna take some shots. I also feel fine about using my shells this early because these guys are definitely the toughest on the map. I'm also perfectly okay with that. That's one less smoke shell to bother me later when it matters. So, are you going to try to move forward at all? Yes? No? Doesn't look like it. I find that extremely odd. Okay, well... There we go. That's what I was looking for. Well, you know what? I wasn't, The reason I didn't try and set mines anyway is... I didn't want to take a focus shot, and their mechanics did have cleanup, so I figured they'd just move back immediately. But I think it might have been worth just going for it. I mean, my troops are fresh after all. Wow, that is a weak punch. I'm sincerely disappointed. So you're probably going to back off and repair after that, which is going to make certain other things easier for me. Yeah, well... That's kind of a tough one for me to answer, because Weizsäcker himself seems to not know. It is the most likely answer, or the most likely thing to be the truth, that is. That's never come up in conversation at all. Well, maybe that's the point. Okay. So, he's probably not going to be aggressive anymore. This guy has a full squad, and we are going to do our best to fix that. As for what Jen's going to do, he should probably... That's actually an interesting question. Should I just destroy this guy? I'm tempted to do so because if a quick move gets used at a bad place... Hoo-hoo, yeah. But I should also consider when he moves.